We have separate fires in California, but the Woolsey fire has engulfed over 90,000 acres. And they're saying at this point they believe that the fire spread over a Superfund site. And people that are in the area, residents close to this, are concerned because of the history that is connected to this. They're saying that the fire passed through this Santa Susana Field Lab, SSFL, which is a federal Superfund site, which is in the Simi Hills. And they're saying that it is the site of the worst nuclear meltdown in U.S. history that took place in 1959. Many people unaware of that. And we have the California Department of Toxic Substances Control saying that there was no reason to be concerned or any risk other than those normally present in a wildfire situation. The locals there aren't so sure. They're pointing out that in the past, the agency has dragged its feet in trying to clean up these sites. And we also have physicians in the area pointing out that the land is now owned by Boeing and that it remains radioactive and polluted despite the agency's promise to clean it up 8 years ago. They're citing that these toxic materials are in the soil and in the vegetation, and when it burns, it becomes airborne in the smoke and in the ash, and there's a real possibility of exposure. Now, a similar incident like that happened a few years back in New Mexico around the Los Alamos lab and everything around there, all the territory that had toxic substances buried on it, radioactive stuff buried on it. It had vegetation growing. All of it had caught fire. They then shut off the air monitoring stations, which was highly suspect. The plume traveled through a couple states. They then brought them back up. We caught the last tip reading showing that something went through there. Then they announced, yeah, there was a release, but no one needed to fear anything. So the people have a right to be concerned when there's a history of, well, as they put it, people dragging their feet, and anywhere that has stuff buried, that has vegetation growing, and especially if it's a Superfund site, it's something to keep an eye on in terms of a release of certain materials. At this point, if it's all been scorched and it's all over, it's about where that ash fell and where that smoke has drifted to. But this is the latest. Wanted to get it out there and let it be known. I'll continue to update with more information connected to this as I get it. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. This has been Dabu7. Peace.